Welcome to the Further Light Podcast, presented by Wisconsin Freemasonry, helping you accomplish your Masonic goals through education and more light. And now, I present to you Brother Napoleon Sneed Janzak. Many jurisdictions have lodges of education or education programs within their Grand Lodge. Or they even have lodges of research or research lodges. Well, Wisconsin is no different. We have a research lodge here, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our research lodge. My name is Brother Napoleon Sneed Janzak, and today I'd like to introduce you to the Silas H. Shepard Lodge of Research. Now, we talked about this in the past, and it was done in sort of a roundtable discussion, but today I'd like to do this a little more comprehensively and give you some background into the lodge and why they're important. The most worshipful Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of Wisconsin chartered Silas H. Shepard Lodge in 1983. It became official to annual communication on June 11th, 1984. Its registry number 1843 was chosen because it represents the year of the founding of the Grand Lodge. In 1983, three historically minded past masters came up with the idea to charter a lodge of research. One Rick Gustafson, William Mills, and John Mitchell, all in their 30s at the time, discussed it with past most worshipful Grand Master Al Eiting, who was the ripe old age of 44 at the time. Eiting became its first master, Gustafson was senior warden, and Mills junior warden. The lodge started with 30 members and grew quickly to over 100 members. This lodge had its ups and downs, and as of now, we are in an exciting uptick once again with our membership, reaching over 150 before the summer is over with. It is a special kind of lodge and the only duly chartered research lodge in Wisconsin. Silas H. Shepard Lodge is a statewide lodge and does not compete with other lodges. Plural membership is open to all Master Masons in good standing, and it's a regular in good standing within regularly constituted lodges. Masonic libraries and Masonic bodies may join Silas Shepard as sustaining members. Our members are all over the state and other states as well, so we encourage brothers to, get involved with the Masonic education through research, and Silas Shepard is a good conduit for that. The lodge's namesake, Silas H. Shepard, or Silas Henry Shepard, was a leader of Masonic education in Wisconsin. Silas Shepard was born on March 7, 1874 in Illinois. He joined Freemasonry in Hartland, Wisconsin, where he became a member of Hartland Lodge number 122 at the time, which has since turned into Lake Country Freemasons Lodge. And before that, it was Oconomowoc Lodge. So by 1915, he was serving as worshipful master, but it wasn't the chair in the East that defined his legacy. It was all about the usage of his pen. So, as chairman at the time, he became chairman of the Grand Lodge Research Committee between 1916 and 1936, and he was nationally recognized for his scholarly writings on Masonic subjects, some of which are housed at Madison Masonic Center's library. The work of Silas H. Shepard Lodge of Research appeals to both the serious Masonic scholar and, of course, the casual writer. In addition, Master Masons who enjoy fellowship of like-minded men at informational meetings and like to read about Masonic events, history, and people will find its meetings quite interesting because we structure things like an open classroom. Now, although our lodge was not formal until the 1980s, it was men like Silas Shepard who laid the groundwork for our current condition. We have selected some past and present papers written by members of our lodge to foster lasting relationships in our Masonic community. Here in the state and anywhere else Masonic education and research can benefit out of the state also. Past Grand Master Most Worshipful Russell Selbo, in his words, puts it like this. There are three important questions asked about a person. and they are: where did he come from? Why did he come here? And where did he go? And reaching into the past, one finds that records are incomplete, lost, or destroyed, and memories have faded. The search still goes on, hoping to fill the voids in the biography of Brother Silas Henry Shepherd. Silas H. Shepherd came to Wisconsin from Beacon Lodge number 784 in Illinois. The lodge has long ceased to exist, and its records are either lost or destroyed. From the annual reports of the lodge filed with the Grand Lodge of Illinois, it was learned that Silas Shepherd was initiated and entered apprentice on January 6, 1905, passed to the degree of Fellowcraft on January 20th, 1905, and raised a Master Mason on February 6, 1905. The dates he petitioned and was elected were blank. His age is listed as 30 and his occupation as designer. The 1911 annual report shows Silas Shepherd demitting on December 2nd, 1910. No other records could be located that reveal his Masonic or personal history while in Illinois, at least none that have been found as of yet. The first record of his being in Hartland, Wisconsin was May 10, 1910, when he attended Lodge. His attendance is again noted at the 50th anniversary of Hartland Lodge on January 20, 1910. The minutes note that he became a resident of the village of Hartland in October of 1910. And on January 8, 1911, Brother Shepherd presented a petition for membership with a demit from Beacon Light Lodge dated December 16, 1910. Silas was the type of brother that was very ambitious, and the lodge still holds true in that tradition today. Our members see a need, and we try our best to find research or academic work to make things make sense to people. Brother Silas Shepherd also presented a commentary in history pertaining to the ancient landmarks. No action was taken as it was deemed too voluminous and was held over, so they kind of thought, well, he's writing way too much, and they just, Grand Lodge didn't want to deal with that at the time because it was volumes and volumes. He was a pot stirrer, and I imagine he had to be persistent in getting his way. He would get his way, but it took it took a couple chances, a couple years, and in 1916, Brother Shepherd presented the following resolution. Resolved that a committee of 3 be appointed by the most worshipful Grand Master and the title of Committee on Masonic Research, such committee to investigate and report at the next annual communication and recommend such measures as will best promote the study side of Masonry in this jurisdiction. This was eventually granted, and Silas contributed to a lot of the early education in the early 1900s and beyond. He pushed the envelope, and we try to do that with much of our work to this day. At Silas Shepherd, we have members that are a part of all appendant bodies and enjoy presenting, writing, and sometimes old school show and tell about the various avenues to learn from Freemasonry. So why is this relevant to, let's say, Scottish Rite or York Rite or any other appendant body? Well, I can say that after serving in a variety of roles at the Scottish Rite myself and currently working on a research paper for the Whole Grot Academy, which is run by the Northern Masonic Jurisdiction for the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite, Silas can be an avenue for general discussion on any number of topics that will help you learn more about yourself and many of the hidden mysteries that boggle the mind. Silas is designed to be a testing ground for ideas and sharing information, and I would even venture to say that most research lodges fall into that category. We do our best to help you formulate the things that make you great. Myself and others have written about many of the degrees in Scottish Rite and some other topics with regard to Blue Lodge. However, the Scottish Rite is often referred to as the College of Freemasonry, and this is for 2 reasons. One, we should be offering education at Scottish Rite on Scottish Rite philosophy and the 6 core values that we hope to conform to within our lives. And number 2, we are a college like that of a College of Cardinals or a group of people with a special esoteric experience that we can call our own. So that's what we talk about when it comes to the appendant bodies, and I use the Scottish Rite here as an example. So it comes to mind And I quote, "Are you talking about what benefits you have by being a Scottish Rite Mason?" And I'm speaking more in that realm because I'm currently sitting in the East at Scottish Rite as Commander-in-Chief. So I like to talk a little bit about that, and later on we'll explore the York Rite and Shrine, etc. But this is almost the same thing we do at Silas Shepherd when we meet at these appendant bodies. We discuss, topics that are both esoteric and exoteric. Now, we have seen an exponential growth in the last couple of years by holding on to a tradition of traveling wherever possible to spread education, fellowship, and perspectives on ritual and a host of other things. We are here for you as a research lodge. We're there for the events and work hand in hand at times with the Grand Lodge Committee on Education to spread Masonic education wherever dispersed, a familiar term within the Scottish Rite and other appendant bodies. My year as master was 2022, and my theme was initiates, and I wanted to include Scottish Rite material in that particular volume of our Pharaohs, as to see another side of Masonry for those who may be interested in something more. And so Silas Shepherd was an avenue to do that, and that was in our volume 10, which you can purchase on the Silas Shepherd website at silasshepherd.org. From its beginning, the Silas Shepherd Lodge of Research has endeavored to nurture a true love of research and scholarship. The annual transactions of the lodge contain papers of this kind. If you enjoy true Masonic fellowship and Wisconsin Masonic history, as well as stimulating discussions of matters important to Freemasonry, you should become a member of Silas Shepherd. The lodge meets on the second Saturday of March, June, and September at selected lodges throughout the state, some chosen and some picked by the master in that particular year. The December meeting is always held at Lake Country Freemasons Lodge in Oconomowoc, and that's to pay homage to Silas Shepherd, that being his home lodge. And so every December, that's where we meet. The dues for Silas Shepherd membership are only $30 per year and include access to all transactions and publications via our website, and if desired, printed copies mailed to your address. So I would like to encourage you to get a set of these books, or at least browse through them and fill your libraries and your lodges with our 10-volume set of Pharaohs. And if you so desire, reach out to us, and we can always send a speaker for your events, etc. All that being said, thank you for joining me, Brother Napoleon Sneed Janczak, on your quest to find more light through Masonry. Are you interested in learning more about Freemasonry in Wisconsin? Visit wisconsinmasons.org to learn more about Masonry and access further educational content and more light. Once again, that address is wimasons.org. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please email us at education@wisconsinmasons.org. And thank you for listening.